Hi, welcome to Brainy Buzz. This is Premvada and we are going through the HTML5 tutorials. So far we have seen some of the new elements that are introduced in HTML5 and today we'll see the new attributes that are introduced. So one is the autocomplete. This particular attribute is available with both forms and input elements. Like when autocomplete is on, browser will automatically display the values based on the previous entered values. So let's see a demo for it. So now you have a form over here and you can just type the autocomplete and put it on over here. And you can just put a text box and an email address over there. Okay. So let's save it. Okay, so now you can see as like there is nothing displayed over here. So let's write name as the Lily and email address as lily@gmail.com. So when you submit it, it will be submitted. So again, when you refresh your page or whenever you open it, so if you click on this, you can see in a drop down type of thing that you can see your previously entered values over here, but in some cases you do not want that value to be stored. So for that you can just make the autocomplete false. So it's like supposingly I type India over here and some abc@gmail.com. So when you save it and refresh it, in the name you can see both India and Lily, but in the email section you can see nothing because autocomplete is off for that. So you cannot retrieve the previously entered values over here. So this was for the autocomplete for the form and the input elements. Now we have the non-validate. This is a boolean attribute, and if this element or this attribute is present, then the form data is not validated. Like supposingly here if you write a wrong email address, so it will say you that please enter the correct email address, but sometimes you do not want it to be validated. For that you can just put a non-validate in the particular form element and just save it. Refresh it. So now if you enter any wrong value, it will not validate it. It will send it as it is. Another thing, we have the autofocus. Autofocus is like supposingly if you refresh this button, you can see that both the text boxes are out of focus. So whenever you want a text box to receive the focus on the page load, then you can just put this attribute on that input type, and then whenever you load the page it will receive the focus automatically. So like edit this, refresh it. So now you can see that the name element has received the focus. After this we have the form attribute. Form attribute will basically tell you, like supposingly there is a input type that you do not want to include it, that you forgot to write in the form, or like you want to include it in more than one forms. So what you can do, you can put it outside the form tag and you can just write up the form ID in the form attribute of that particular input type. So what it will do, it will automatically associate the particular input type with those forms. Another thing, we have the form action. Like you have a form and in that form you write a action, and you give a URL over there or a file's name. But supposingly you have two buttons in that particular form. So in one submit button you want that particular action URL to be executed, but there is another button and you want another URL to be executed with the same information that you have provided in the form. So what you can do, you can just write the page name or whatever these page you want to execute in the form action attribute of the input type. That will be the submit. Then whenever you click on a particular button, then your form will be redirected to another page. Another thing, you have the form enc type. In this, basically whenever you want to encrypt the attribute of the form, basically it's type whenever you have two buttons in your form, for one button it will take the default or the predefined encryption values or the encryption type of the form, but sometimes with the another button you want some another encryption to be executed. So for that, what you can do, in the form enc type attribute of the submit type, you can write another encryption form. So whenever you click on the button, it will redirect you to, it will override the original encryption type and it will take this encryption type.